Hello guys, this is Paula and we are going to work on the next 3 days. The last one we did on the Rolodex cards is day 19. So we're going to start with day 20, of course, and for day 20, we've got this cute little bear. Isn't he cute? He came off of a package of some kind of goodies, hot chocolate or something, and I just thought he was super cute. I am going to kind of give a little ink to him because he is kind of where I cut him out. I cut him out ahead of time because honestly, I didn't want to take forever. I don't want to waste you guys' time. I know it's a busy time of year. I hope you guys are having a great holiday season. It is approaching, isn't that correct? So we're going to watercolor the background. And the reason I want to watercolor the background is so that we can, make the red background around him. See how it's red? So it won't be that dark, but I felt like the card was too white behind him. And so, yeah, this is what we're going to do. Now, I know, let me pick this up for a minute. Let me get my mat out. Sorry, I should have had this out already. It's upside down, but that's okay. All right. So you can see that it's not going to go on super light this time. I'm doing it darker. And the reason is because the background with him is pretty dark. So I'm just going back into the paint each time instead of watering it down. So we're going to get all the way around the sides. We don't need the very center because he's going to be in the very center. I just thought he was so cute. I got him last year somewhere. I want to say it was on a hot chocolate package because I remember putting some hot chocolate in the kids' stockings that had characters. And I must have got myself one too because I love hot chocolate. Especially this time of year. It's so yummy. So I am going to, I don't want to over paint this because then you have your card starts, the paper, the top portion of the paper will start coming off, and it is already on here. I don't know if you guys can see that. I'll hold it up so you can kind of see those little pieces right in there. That's what that's all about. So I gotta squeeze some water out of my brush so I can wash the brush off. I didn't bring a cup of water again. So we're going to let this dry on day 20 because I want us to go ahead and let me wipe this red off. Hopefully I don't ruin my mat. I don't know if you're supposed to paint on it or not. Doesn't look like it, does it? I'll add some soap or something to it later. I'm going to set this to the side along with our little bear, our little polar bear. Now, we're going to do for day 21, we're going to do some Santa stuff, but I'll show you that later. And I want this background to be Christmas green. So, I'm going to look here to make sure which green I want to use. They look so much alike on the inside, but yeah, I wanted to not use my cards all solid, all in a solid color. So I don't want this one to be as dark. That's not as important. Well, if it is, I'm not going to worry about it. I'll put it that way. I'm watering it down so it goes on pretty fast here. And I'm going to I'm going to paint the whole Rolodex card on this one because it's too hard to decide where each Santa person is going to be. I hope you guys are enjoying this. Several of you have told me that you've had fun, and a few of you told me that you were glad to see this sort of thing come back. I guess some of you have done it before. So that's awesome. I know it's been around for a long time, and I've always wanted to do it, but I haven't because, you know, just it's time consuming. But I plan on doing it for any kind of holiday, you know, that comes up. And I'll try to, if you want me to, let me know in the comments when I do those days. You guys just let me know if you want to see. And I will make sure I do it on camera. Because I know I love doing it. And it will be harder, especially if you don't have, you know, if I don't have like, this is the end of the painting. I'm going to set this aside for a second so I can clean up. But first I want to clean up the brush. These are the best brushes that you can use on watercolor. I'm fixing to pour some of the water out right here, out of this one, so we can clean it up. I want to make sure I don't leave my brushes dirty. So this is the lazy girl kind of way to clean up your brushes. Not really. You know, you just hold this under the faucet and it fills it right up. So if I can get it back on now. There we go. I always bring it to a point before I put the cap back on. Yeah, so there we go. I'm going to move the paints out of the way. I'm going to clean this up the best I can. Which means I need to get my wipey out again. Okay. All right, so I'm going to set this to the side because I don't want it to interfere with our work. Now, I'm going to dry this because it's super wet. So it's going to be noisy for just a second. Sorry. See, even though it's because it's watercolor, even though I used more pigment than normal, you can see where the red is trying to be lighter in places. Woo, it went through the back, didn't it? But that's okay. I'm wetting the back because it probably went all the way through the card. Yeah, see, it's wet under the... I probably should have just put a really light coat on, but who wants to do things simple, right? So my husband has been doing all the wrapping. He's so awesome. I've kind of had a stomach bug the last couple days. And so he stepped in and he's been doing a lot for me. Okay, now I'm going to do the green real quick so we don't have to do this blow dryer, this heat gun anymore. The green actually took better to the paper than the red did. It wants to curl up because of how wet it is. But it'll flatten out some once we get it decorated, and if it doesn't, I'll put a book on it. Yeah, that's dry enough. We're gonna make it be dry enough. It's a lot of little paint for a little card. Okay, I'm gonna try to kind of bring it out like this and try to reshape it while it's still slightly damp. There is the green. Now we want to work with the red. The red is not as dark as I would have liked it to be. Now before we put the character on, I want to do some doodling on here. And I think I want to do it with red. And let's see how that ends up looking. I'm going to start right down here. And I'm going to come back up this way. Now I'm going to do it a second time around. I always miss one corner, I feel like, on these round cards, or these rounded corners. It's so funny. Yeah, there we go. All right, and I did that because I wanted the outsides to have some kind of something. Because this is just, it's just the little guy. He's all alone here. Trying to think if I want to put him this way. I want to be able to, trying to say, we don't want him like that. He is decorating, you know, obviously he's been decorating. He's so cute. All right, so he is day 20, which would have been Friday. Okay. I can't believe that Tuesday is Christmas Eve already, which is the day that we are doing our thing. I'm hoping my daughter's not feeling well right now. Her and her little girl, they've got some kind of little bug. So I hope they feel better. My daughter wanted to make all the pies, and the son-in-law will make the turkey, but she will bring the dressing over here to make. And my husband's almost finished wrapping. So all right, now I'm thinking I also want to put some green around the outside, but I don't know what. I don't have a super good green. I have this kind of, let's see what, if it will. Some pens will not write on watercolor or any kind of medium, really. See, it's wanting to stop. I just feel like the edge needs something besides just red. Yeah, that's not dark enough. I have darker ones. Let me get one that is better, hopefully. Okay. See if this one's working. Let's start on this side because, yeah, this one works better on here. It's actually standing out much better. And I'm not being neat. I'm just putting it on. I don't care about anything matching up. Put another one here. And yeah, even if it's 3 lines or whatever, I'm not worrying about it. Just letting it go. All right, so there you go. Now we have the outside done. I'm going to put like a couple little squiggles right here. I always feel it's not complete until I do something similar to that. All right, so on him, I'm trying to think. He's day 20, and I have yellow. There's yellow in the light bulbs and red and green. So I'm thinking, because there's a lot of red and a lot of green going on, that we could just go ahead and do yellow. If we have the numbers, let me look. Yes, we do. So that's great. I can't say we always do. If I can get it to open. I don't know why it's acting so crazy. That's weird. Finally. It looked like it was halfway open, but I guess somehow it folded around. I don't know for sure how that happened. Let's see. Number 2. Let's see. Where do we want to put the number? I think right here on the bottom right-hand side, because it just looks cute there. Now let's do the 0 for 20. Cute, cute, cute. I love that. Simple, but effective. And that's one of the things I love about these cards I'm noticing, is that it takes very little to make it look adorable. And I like him. He's cardboard. So we'll come back and look at him whenever we get everything done. So now we're going to do Santa. And I'm going to see if this marker will do red around the outside. Now, yes, I'm doing it real. Oh, this one's great. This flare marker is great. I'm doing this around the outside because I think it just frames it in nice. Man, I got on the edge right there. That is weird. I'm surprised I didn't go off. Okay, so we're going to do another line. And I'm not going to try to be as neat. So it looks, you know, like we... Yeah, that one's nice and crooked. Crazy Paula. So right here, I'm just going to go right here and we're going to go through it. I'm going to do this. I don't even know where anything's going to go on here, so we may not even be able to see our squiggles. Okay, now that was way more effective. At least I feel like it was. A note to self, pull out the best pins. Do you know those flare pins from back in my day are so expensive? One of my granddaughters asked me to buy her the whole set. Well, the whole set, or the biggest set, which I think has 34, is like $60-something. Yes. So needless to say, I did not buy that. But because they do have some smaller sets. So this is just a piece of chipboard and with a little star that has buttons on it that I found in one of my drawers. And it didn't have a stem, so I just put this on, and I didn't have you guys sit and watch that. It was a no-brainer. Okay, so this is going to be Santa Claus. I know we've done some other Santas, but he is a huge part of Christmas. Him and baby Jesus. Really, it's baby Jesus. Okay, so I'm putting him down low because you can't see his feet. He doesn't have any feet there. He's wearing this long Santa suit, and it's got like a patchwork on it. So I think he's cute. And look at this little tiny bird. He's got his scarf and his Santa hat on. And I thought, and then there was some buttons on that same paper. So I just cut one out, and I thought it would look cute to put him right here down by the tree. Of course, there is a problem with the side flipping up. And then put him on top of the button. Isn't he cute? Yeah, that's what we're going to do. So let's start with the tree. And then this is the negative space of the 21. So you can tell they're both two different shapes. And I just glued them together and I'm making them work. Okay, so here we go. Let me get this. Okay, now, he's super cute. This little tree is. I've had it for years. I'm not kidding. I have had it for years, and I just have always thought it was cute, so I wouldn't throw it away. But I hadn't used it on anything either. So, you know, I hang on to things sometimes, but I feel like it paid off because I think they're so cute and look great on these cards. Get this glued down. All right, so now we're going to put Santa Claus down. Patchwork Santa. Does he have buttons? Yeah, he has a couple buttons, but I like how he has the blanket stitch on his, no, it's not called the blanket stitch. What is it called? Anyway, I know what it's called. I'm just blank right now. Okay, so I'm going to put Santa down here. And you guys might be able to see a little better if I zoom in. How's that? Okay, now we're going to put him right here. He's got one hand in front of the tree and the rest of him to the side. I love all the little buttons on the Christmas tree. It's adorable. Okay, and now we're going to put this little guy's button on here so he can stand on it. I think that's going to look so cute. I started to put him on this side, but I thought it was too crowded. Okay. I thought, what made me think about putting this button down was I thought he would be so cute if I could stack him up on some buttons. Of course, you can't stack paper buttons. Getting stuff all over my hands. Excuse me. Let me get over here and try to get, okay, my wipies are getting low to get this off my hand. Okay, so I'm flip him around and put him, get him all glued. These little things are harder to get glue on. Okay, get up here on your button, little dude. He's so cute. Okay, stay on your button. Guess I must have got some glue somewhere because it's wanting to stick to me. All right, now he's going to be number 21, and we have to come up with a place to put the number. And I am thinking that we can just put it, we could put it right here, but I'm thinking let's put it over here. There's not really a good place to put the number. So we could put it here in the middle at the bottom. I think that looks the best. So let's put it there. Hope you guys agreed. I was just trying to not make it kind of lopsided, you know. And I know that that's where the Rolodex or the dowel will go eventually. But I may not even have to do that in this book, in this box, I mean. He's so cute. That's why I was saying that you could easily, I'm going to get some of this glue off of here. You could easily use index cards to do this. I know my husband went to like 3 places to get real actual Rolodex cards, and without any luck. He brought home some paper ones that were real flimsy, and I was like, no, I'm not using that. That's not gonna work. And so, yeah, I love this one. Now you guys are gonna have to tell me which one you love, 20, 21, or 22, which is 22 is coming, is up. Okay, so this is all down. I think it turned out really cute. I'm going to do my little ziggy zaggies right here. And yeah, it's cute. All right, so 20 and 21. I'm gonna put them up here, and we're gonna bring in 22. If I can get my fingers on it. Okay, 22 is all about an angel. Isn't she cute? This is another one that I've kept forever. And this tree is another one I've kept forever. And she's embossed. I know you can't see it, but she's lumpy, you know, where her little dress is embossed. I'm going to use a gold doily. I went ahead and trimmed it off because I didn't want it, you know, it would be too big to do it like that. But I am going to leave a little bit on the top and on the sides. If the sides don't fit into my box, I'll trim those off, but gotta have our doily on there. So I'm just doing a circle with the glue, and then I'm going to come down here, and then I'm going to hit it in some of the spots that, yeah, that are safe from being out in the way and sticky. Don't want that to happen. Okay, so I am going to put a little bit here, not on the top, because the top is going to hang off, I believe. So I'm just going to line it up down here, and I did cut 2 little strips there for the space, so I could get the dowel through those little spaces if I decide to do that. But I've decided that I probably won't. So is that gold doily crazy or what? They make silver ones too. And I've got several different colors, but I just think it's crazy. Okay, so that's on there. So this little tree has been in my stash forever too. This little checked green with the star. Now I'm gonna put this to the right side. I just feel like Christmas trees need to be on the right. So now I want to look at it on the left. Yeah, that's what I want to do, is look at it on the left. Ooh, I actually like it on the left better, I feel like. Yeah, let's put it right there. I'm going to put some glue on the back. Yeah, I tore a little bit of this tree off by accident, so it's shorter than it would have been. I just found a gold star and stuck on it. There we go. Now we're not done with that tree. We're gonna make it come to life. Okay. I'm gonna sprinkle some powder on the back of the star because it's wanting to stick for some reason. We'll see if that helped. Okay. Now, we're going to do our little girl, Angel. She has rosy little cheeks. I think she's the cutest thing. Of course I'm getting it all over me. Okay. 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 Now I'm going to bring her up higher than she would be on the ground. Because I don't want her, well, maybe not. I think that this is probably a good place to let her be. We'll let her come down. Because she wouldn't be as tall as the tree, right? She's holding a vine or like pine cone, not pine cone, but pine needles or something, because it has berries in it also, little cherry berries right in there. Isn't that cute? Okay, I love her. How cute. So now I want to do something with this tree. I want to put these red, I have like 6 gems left, and I want to put them on the tree. I got to find my little, just a second, please. I just put this little blade back, oh, there it is. I knew I had just put it back in my drawer. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to cut these in, because they all stick together, so I'm going to cut them apart so that I don't have to wrestle with them this time. And I've had these a while. These little gems are not young. It's not a young little gem. Okay, so putting my lid back on my Fabri-Tac. That last bottle was horrible. Okay, now we're going to decide where we want the little gems. And I'm just kind of doing them. Okay. Just kind of breaking them out as even in place as I can. And I need to be quick because it does dry fast. That's the glitter glue. And that glue that's coming out beside it, it will dry clear and it will be fine. Come on. What are you doing? Sticking to my finger. Silly thing. turn over. Oh, good grief. This is when I hate not having that small, I'm going to kind of rake some of this off. It's going to be a little bigger area than I expected for it to be. Okay, we get another one here. See, these should be going on without any problem, but no. Okay, one right here. Come on, silly thing. One right here. Yeah. So I'm going to kind of see if I can get some of this glue to rake off so we don't have a whole lot on there drying. This one just went nuts. Oh, mercy. Okay, so that one is supposed to be in a little more. This one is supposed to be out a little more. So this has kind of got a plastic coating on it, and that's probably why the gems are sliding. I mean, look at this one here, made a real mess. So I'm going to get that off. All right, so throw that away. I'm going to put these away over here. Wipe off my glue tip. Okay, so now we got to decide. We know we don't want a yellow number on there. We really need, we can do a gold, but we got to decide where we want it. So we can do gold, green, or red. Gold, green, or red. So the gold is a different gold, which is good because then it will show up better. But if I remember right, this one does, this is going to be day 22, and it doesn't have any 2s whatsoever. So that's not going to work. Let me see what we've got next. We don't want pink. Let me see. We don't want silver either because that would look weird. Okay, so we need 22. I see 2 2s in there. What's the odds of that? Crazy. Let me get this packaging where I can get it. I don't know how that 7 got on the outside, but who knows, right? I hope it didn't come off of the one we put the number on last. There's a 2, and we have one more 2 in here. I'm trying to get it right now. Okay. Now, I just noticed that that 7 was sticking to the back of the package on the outside. So yeah, we may have to look back on our cards and see if something is missing a 7. But we have, the only day it could be is 17. Up or down? These 2s are really big, so I say that we put it down in front of the Christmas tree. We'll just do 1 on each side of the trunk. No, I need to put them next to each other because there isn't room to spread anything out on here. Okay. 22. How cute is she? Yeah, I out of these 3, she's my favorite. I just think she's precious. A precious little girl as an angel. Okay, so I'm going to wipe this glue up there off a little bit. And there went the whole 2. The whole 2 came off. My paper, my wipey got hung on it and yanked it off. So I'm going to show these to you in a second, but I'm going to look and see if in our box number 17 lost a number, because that's not cool. Okay, if I can find 17. Nope, 17 has their number. What can I say? All right, guys, I'm holding her up next. And she just so happens to be my very favorite. So I'm going to try to back out. Oh, no, that's backing in, isn't it? Okay, that's a little better. So we've got, again, let's recap. 20. 21. And my favorite, 22. So we'll have one more video of our little characters, and it will include 23, 24, and 25. And on 25, I'm going to do a nativity or something similar to that. And I think on Christmas Eve, well, we know what's going on Christmas Eve. Santa's out and about. But I don't know if I'm going to do another Santa. We'll just have to see. You'll have to hold your horses and see later. Okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. And if you did, please give me a thumbs up. Give me a comment and let me know which one was your favorite. All right, guys, see you in the next video.